Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here with a businesswithtrading.com doing a trading strategy recap for Thursday the 2nd of April. And today was a really great day on all fronts. It was really good in our options, swing trade, and our trading room. Having the greatness trifecta doesn't happen that often. But when it does, it's really, really awesome. It's just great to be able to have that. To have the upside in our swing trade room, our option service, and our E-mini trading room. So let's get into what we actually did today. In our E-mini trading room, we had 2 trades and pulled 16.5 points out of the market. So it's a fantastic day today. April has been a great month because we've had market movement. For the majority of March, we just did not have that market movement, which made it really, really difficult to be able to maneuver, to be able to see trades and implement them. So we basically made 2 trades today, and they were all they all happened before 10 o'clock, entries and exits. So our first entry was right here. We got long right at O even. We took off up here, and then as the market came back down, we did get long again right here at 2 even, and we were able to ride that up all the way to the top, which, that doesn't always happen. Usually we're getting out, the market keeps going quite a bit more, maybe 5 points more or so, something like that. In this case, we exited right here. Market went up another, point and a quarter, point and 3/4, and then price started coming down. We were watching it, looking for possible areas, and just, came down and moved sideways and came down some more. So we kind of just watched it for a little bit. As it started chopping around, we just went ahead and closed the room right over here. I didn't really see a whole lot. I wasn't really expecting a lot. Plus tomorrow is a holiday. It's Good Friday here in the U.S. and, most people aren't going to be around trading. The equity markets are closed. Futures market closes early. I'm not going to be around. Most holidays I don't trade. Even if the market is open for the first little bit of time, there's really no reason to trade it because you're going to have lower participation, meaning the market moves are going to be more erratic. You may or may not get good setups, most likely not. But I have taken off holidays where the market trades for the first half, and the trades have been awesome, and I'm like, oh man, they were good. But I would rather take holidays off, rest up. We have an extended weekend. Gonna go out of town for a few days. Then we'll come back and hit the market up again. That's what trading is all about, really, is being able to trade during your trading hours. Whatever that is for you, I don't know. I like to trade, 9:30 to 12, the E-mini market, and I trade other things outside of that. But the ES is, for the most part, from 9:30 to 12. People ask me this all the time. Do you trade the ES outside of the room? Well, yes, I do, but it's probably more like 2% of the time is outside the room or something like that. I trade the Russell a whole lot more outside of the 9:30 to 12 o'clock time period than I do the ES. And I rarely trade the Russell. So, if you knew me, that would make sense probably. But anyway, let's get into what we did in the swing trade service. We closed 2 trades today, 2 nice ones. We got into cotton right here at 62.20, which was a phenomenal entry. And this was an entry that was on our books for at least 3 days, maybe 5 days. I'd have to actually look at the stats, but at least 3 days this trade was on our book. And then price came down, triggered, and started going in our favor. I said today, I want to get out at 63.20 if it does come down. Bam, it came down. We got taken out. It's $500 per contract. You can do the math. If you trade one contract, $500. Any more than that, it's a multiple of that. And then our other trade we took off, partial in cocoa. I've been talking about this trade the past few days because we got into it right over here, and then it started going in our favor. So we took off partial right here at 27.70, which at $10 a point equates to $700 per contract. And then we have our remainder position running. So if it does support, it has a lot of upside left. If it rolls back over, it is what it is. We don't lose any money. We make a little bit on where our entry was on our remainder, but we've locked in $700 here. So that's $1,200 in the swing trade room. That's really nice. Another trade we're in, Macy's. Macy's we've been in for a little while, and it's really turning into something. And that's one thing that you want to look at is you have to be patient. We were patient with the cotton trade. It took us about 3 days or more to get entered in. I should have looked at the stats before I did this video, but it is what it is. So at least 3 days. We had our entry out there. We were waiting. Price didn't come down and hit our order. It came within 20 cents one time and 60 cents another time, and we didn't get aggravated. It is what it is. We put on our entry, we either get triggered or we don't, and if we don't, and the market starts to do something else, we'll just pull our order. It doesn't matter. But we did get triggered. And today, I was like, well, if it stops us out, it stops us out. But it's the best stop out possible because it's a stop out in profit, so you make money. And that's what trading's, and in the core of trading, that's what it's about, is being able to produce money. But trading is so much more than that. So much more than just making money. A lot of people get into the trading just because they want to be able to make money. Some people get in because they want to grow the money they already have. Some people get in just because they hear stories of people turning small amounts of money into large amounts. And it's pretty ludicrous what you hear. $3,000 account turns into $3.9 billion, or $2,000 turns into $2 million. But you don't hear about all the things that happen between there. You started with this much, but then you added to it, and you added to it, and then you had more money, and then you were able to grow that after some time. Or maybe you started out with a couple $1,000s and you blew it up, and then you started with more and you blew it up, and then you finally started with more than that, and then it turned into something. The stories are always a little bit different. And sometimes they're very different than the ones that actually get portrayed. Maybe the one that gets portrayed is a fictitious account of a real account. I don't know. I've seen some out there that I know are fake. Like, I know they are. Some out there, I have no idea. But it doesn't really matter. Because when it comes down to it, it's really you, your trading account, and the market. It's you against yourself, and then you're using your trading account with a strategy to manipulate the market. And when I say that, take that with a grain of salt, because manipulating the market doesn't mean that you're making the market move. Like when we entered here, there was a high probable chance that we would see a move higher. When we got it, it looked like, yeah, we might get a pullback. Price came down, chopped around a little bit, and we're like, all right, let's get back in. We got in. Did I know that price was going to come up this much? Not really. I didn't. I did think it would go higher. I was looking more in this area, but price just took it out and ran, which was good. Because all we did was we were able to move up our stops as the market came higher. Took us out up here, and I'm happy with that. I never get mad Like let's go back to this cotton trade because this would be a good example. Price came up here. I was like, all right. It was actually right over here that I sent the email. I was like, let's move our stop up to 63.20, which is right here, and we will see what happens. These are hourly candles. So right here, I was like, let's move our stop up. Hour goes by, price goes higher, because I watched it in real time, so I know it came up here, and then it started to roll over and took us out here. So that was about maybe an hour after I sent the email out. We did get hit for that, and then price does come up again. And I'm totally fine with that. I really don't care what price does right now. I'm going to watch it next week because maybe we can get another entry. But, I also see a lot of traders, they get taken out and they're like, oh man, look at all the money that I left on the table. I could have made all that money, man. I don't know what that voice is. But anyway, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. You're like, oh, I got a great entry here. I was able to get out here, made some money, not bad, and we'll pick it up again next week and see where it goes, because that was a pretty good trade, and that's some nice market movement. We had a couple orders in. We were looking to take partial position at that 62.20 and another one lower. We only got triggered on half of it. But that's still $500 per contract that we didn't have before. So what if it takes 3 days to get in, it takes 5 days to get in? And that's really all that I mean by having patience to trade. So anyway, hopefully you got something out of what I talked about today. Something resonated with you. Feel free to share. Or if you have a similar story about something I was talking about, or something totally unrelated, as long as it's related to trading, I mean, it's worth talking about. So anyway, with that, feel free to leave a comment. Everybody have a great holiday weekend. Have a good Friday. Pardon the pun, I guess. And happy Easter, everyone. So with that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.